Welcome to the safety orientation for the Louisiana State Capitol Exterior Restoration Project. This session is designed to prepare us all to work safely and effectively together on this important joint venture between Cangelosi Ward, General Contractors, and Broadmoor. Our focus today is on understanding the key safety protocols and site requirements to ensure everyone's well-being throughout the project. Let's start by outlining the main topics we'll cover in this orientation. We'll discuss site key contacts, access requirements, and the specific rules that apply to the state capitol site. We'll also go over parking, medical facilities, and personal protective equipment requirements. Then we'll dive into scaffolding safety and the use of buck hoist scaffold elevators. This overview sets the foundation for a safe work environment. It's crucial to know who to reach out to on site. The joint venture team includes key contacts from both Cangelosi Ward and Broadmoor. These individuals oversee safety, supervision, and project engineering. Having their contact info handy means you can quickly get assistance and report concerns. Remember, safety managers and superintendents are your primary resources for any site-related questions or issues. Access to the site isn't automatic. Before anyone can enter, their company must submit a background check application to the Louisiana State Capitol Police and Security. Once approved, employees receive a hard hat sticker as visual verification. Completing the project site orientation is also mandatory before starting work. This process ensures that everyone on site understands the expectations and safety protocols from day one. Working on the state capitol site comes with strict rules to maintain security and professionalism. For example, avoid talking to the media or taking photos of people or construction progress. Social media posts about the project are prohibited. Smoking and tobacco use are limited to designated areas, and weapons, alcohol, or illegal substances are not allowed. Also, be mindful of noise, littering, and dress code to respect the public nature of the building and those using it. Parking and site access are organized to keep things running smoothly. Employees must use the designated parking lot west of the Capitol, while company vehicles may park on site with approval due to limited space. Knowing these locations and following the guidelines helps avoid congestion and keeps the project site secure. The job site map provides clear directions to these areas, so be sure to familiarize yourself with it. In case of medical needs, it's important to know where to go. For non-life threatening injuries or illnesses, Gulf Coast Occupational Medicine is the designated clinic. For emergencies, always call 911 immediately and then seek care at the Baton Rouge General Mid-City. Having this information readily available ensures quick response and proper treatment if incidents occur on site. Personal protective equipment, or PPE, is non-negotiable on this project. At minimum, everyone must wear a hard hat with the Louisiana State Capitol background check sticker, safety glasses, a high visibility vest or shirt, leather work boots, and appropriate clothing with sleeves and full-length pants. This gear protects you from common hazards and helps maintain a safe workplace for all. Scaffolding is a big part of construction work here, but it also carries risk. National studies show that scaffolding work accounts for a significant number of injuries and fatalities annually. Most incidents result from platform failures, slips or falls, and being struck by dropped objects. Understanding these risks is the first step to preventing accidents and keeping everyone safe when working at heights. To manage scaffolding safely on this project, we'll have 4 dedicated competent persons on site at all times. Only these trained individuals can modify scaffolding components. All users must be trained and follow safety requirements. Daily inspections will be documented with scaffold tags that indicate if fall protection is needed. This system helps everyone know the scaffold status before starting work, reducing risk significantly. The scaffold will use a color-coded tag system. The tag system will include green tag, yellow tag, and red tag. Green tag means the scaffold is complete and does not require additional fall protection. A yellow tag represents that the scaffold is incomplete and requires additional fall protection. Lastly, a red tag means do not use the scaffold. For those working on scaffolds, safety rules are clear. Use only approved ladders or stairs for access. Never climb scaffold members. Keep your feet on the platform. Avoid standing on rails or makeshift supports. And keep work areas clean and free of debris. If you see any issues or need modifications, report them to a competent person immediately. These practices help to prevent falls and other common scaffold accidents. When working at elevated heights on scaffolds, it's vital not to overload the platform. Scaffolds are built to support 4 times their intended load, but exceeding limits still poses danger. Also, dropped objects cause many injuries, so keep decks clean, secure tools, and avoid working directly above or below others when possible. Barricading drop zones and always wearing your hard hat are simple but effective ways to prevent accidents. The project provides 2 buck hoist scaffold elevators with full-time operators to safely move personnel and materials between scaffold levels. Communication is maintained via radios at each level. When using these elevators, be patient with frequent stops, keep body parts and tools inside, and always wear your PPE. Remember, in emergencies, stairs should be used instead. Respect and safety go hand in hand when operating or riding these elevators. Beyond scaffolding, the orientation includes additional safety topics like hazard identification, incident reporting, fall protection, ladder safety, electrical precautions, and tool use. We'll also cover machine guarding, welding safety, fire prevention, housekeeping, ergonomics, mobile equipment, cranes, and substance abuse policies. This comprehensive approach ensures all aspects of safety are addressed to protect everyone on site. Hazard identification is an ongoing process where inspections help spot potential risks before they cause harm. Everyone is expected to participate actively in this safety culture. Importantly, Stop Work Authority empowers any employee to halt unsafe activities immediately. When a stop work is issued, supervisors must ensure hazards are addressed before resuming. This authority is a powerful tool to prevent accidents and maintain a safe work environment. If an incident occurs, prompt reporting is essential. Notify your supervisor and the joint venture team immediately. They will assist with medical care if needed and ensure proper documentation is completed by the end of the day. Supervisors must submit incident reports within 24 hours outlining corrective actions. Timely reporting helps manage incidents effectively and prevents future occurrences. Medical response after an incident prioritizes the injured worker's care. Trained employees can provide first aid and CPR with supplies available on site. If further treatment is necessary, supervisors and safety managers coordinate evaluation at an occupational medical facility. This organized response ensures injured workers receive timely and appropriate care, supporting recovery and return to work. Investigating incidents serves 2 main purposes: identifying root causes and preventing reoccurrence. Understanding why an incident happens allows us to implement corrective measures that improve safety. Documentation of all incidents, including near misses and vehicle incidents, must be completed promptly to preserve accurate information. This thorough approach strengthens our safety program and reduces risk over time. Near misses are incidents where harm could have occurred but didn't. Reporting these are just as important as reporting actual injuries because they reveal hazards before they cause harm. Investigating near misses allows us to fix problems proactively. Ignoring near misses can lead to serious future incidents. So always report and learn from these close calls to keep everyone safe. Finally, personal protective equipment includes a variety of gear beyond the basics. Hard hats, safety glasses, ear protection, respirators, high visibility clothing, gloves, fire retardant clothing, and welding hoods all play roles in protecting workers from specific hazards. Using the right PPE for each task is essential. This gear is your last line of defense, so always wear it correctly and consistently on site. Let's talk about hard hats. They're essential because they absorb impacts from falling or flying objects, protecting your head. One important detail: Avoid wearing ball caps underneath since they can mess with the suspension system, making the hard hat less effective. Also, when the hard hat has a front brim, it should face forward to shield your eyes. But in some cases, like welding or using a face shield, it's okay to turn the brim backward for better protection. Safety glasses are a must to protect your eyes from flying debris, splashes, and harmful vapors. This especially is true during tasks like welding, grinding, or refueling equipment. Regular prescription glasses don't cut it for safety, but safety glasses can be customized to fit your prescription so that you can get protection without sacrificing vision. The key is always to wear proper eye protection whenever hazards are present. Hearing protection becomes critical when noise levels reach 85 decibels or higher. Think about power tools like grinders or drills and even mobile equipment nearby. A simple way to check: if you need to shout to be heard by someone 3 feet away, it's noisy enough to require earplugs or earmuffs. Protecting your hearing helps prevent long-term damage from these loud environments. About hearing damage, it's sneaky. High noise levels don't usually hurt immediately unless it's extremely loud, like 130 decibels or more. But the real danger is damage to tiny hair cells in your inner ear that help you interpret sound. Once those are harmed, they can't be fixed. Also, earbuds or regular headphones do not protect your ears from noise hazards, so do not rely on them instead of proper hearing protection. Respiratory protection is essential when airborne hazards threaten your lungs like chemicals or vapors. Respirators use special cartridges to clean the air you breathe, but those cartridges need to be labeled when first used and replaced regularly. Cleaning your respirator daily and storing it in a sanitized bag prevents contamination. Before using one, you must be medically evaluated and fit tested to ensure safety. Common types include N95 masks, half or full face respirators, and air supplied systems. High visibility vests or shirts are critical because struck by incidents remain a leading cause of fatalities on site. Wearing these bright garments helps ensure you're seen by equipment operators and coworkers, reducing the risk of accidents. This simple piece of PPE can literally save your life by making you more visible in busy or low light environments. Hand protection is crucial when hazards to your hands exist. Whether you're handling sharp objects, exposed to live wires, or working with chemicals, the right gloves can prevent injuries. Before starting, think about the specific hazard and pick gloves accordingly. Leather for abrasion, cut resistant for sharp edges, nitrile for chemicals, and so on. Choosing the right glove length also matters for proper coverage. Falls from height are serious risk and a leading cause of injuries and fatalities. Fall protection is required when working 6 feet or more above a lower level. There are several ways to protect yourself: guardrails or barricades, safety nets, and personal fall arrests or restraint systems. The main goal is to prevent falls or stop you safely if one happens. Guardrails are a primary form of fall protection. Hard guardrails have specific requirements. The top rail should be about 42 inches high and withstand 200 pounds of force, while the mid rail is halfway down, handling 150 pounds. Toe boards prevent tools and materials from falling off platforms and must hold 50 pounds. Types include wood, scaffold, wire cable with flags, and parapet walls, all designed to keep workers safe at edges. Soft guardrails, like red danger tape, serve as visual warnings rather than physical barriers. They must be placed at least 6 feet from fall hazards to alert workers before they reach dangerous edges. Controlled access zones use flag systems to restrict entry near hazards and must be free of gaps. If you leave this zone, you need fall arrest or restraint gear. These measures help manage risk where physical barriers aren't feasible. Personal fall arrest and restraint systems are vital when working at height. The ABCs stand for anchor point, body harness, and connecting device. The anchor must hold at least 5,000 pounds and ideally be overhead to prevent swinging falls. The harness must fit properly with all straps secured. The connecting device, like a lanyard, limits free fall distance to 6 feet or less. Regular inspection of all components before use is critical for safety measure. Understanding the difference between fall arrest and fall restraint systems is important. Fall arrest systems allow a fall but stop you before hitting the ground, often using a lanyard with energy absorbing pack. Fall restraint systems prevent you from reaching the edge where you could fall using devices like rope grabs or self-retracting lifelines. Both systems, when used correctly, significantly reduce fall risk. Before using any ladder, a thorough inspection is a must. Check the frame, rungs, feet, braces, hinges, and safety labels to ensure everything is intact and safe. If you find any defects, tag the ladder out and remove it from service immediately. If it can't be fixed, destroy it to prevent accidental use. Safety starts with using equipment in good condition. When using ladders, follow some basic do's and don'ts. Always set up the ladder according to manufacturer instructions on a level surface with a clear landing zone. Maintain 3 points of contact and face the ladder directly when climbing. Keep your body centered within the ladder frame. Avoid carrying tools in your hands while climbing. Never try to move the ladder while on it, and do not overreach as it can cause falls. Different ladder types have specific rules. For A-frame ladders, always fully open and lock them before use and never stand on the top 2 steps. Don't use them as lean-up ladders unless designed for that. For extension ladders, they must extend at least 3 foot above the landing and be secured or held in place. Position them using a 4-to-1 ratio. For every 4 feet high, place the base 1 foot away from the support. Electrical safety is critical. Only trained and authorized workers shall handle electrical equipment or access panels. Before using power or extension cords, inspect them for cuts or damage. Cords must be the correct gauge and have all prongs intact, including the ground prong. If you find any damage, remove the cord immediately. These precautions prevent electrical hazards and keep everyone safe. Electrical outlets must have cover plates to prevent accidental contact. If you find an outlet without a cover, do not use it and report it immediately. Lockout-tagout procedures are crucial when servicing equipment to prevent unexpected energization. Following these procedures helps control hazardous energy and protects workers from injuries caused by accidental startups. Lockout-tagout involves 6 steps. First, prepare for a shutdown. Second, shut down the equipment, machinery, or tool. Third, isolate the equipment. Fourth, apply lockout-tagout equipment or devices. 5, release all stored energy. And 6, verify and confirm the energy isolation. Before using any hand or power tools, inspect them carefully for damage or missing parts like guards. Using tools in good condition is key to safety. When powering corded tools, use GFCI outlets or cords to prevent electrical shock. Also make sure extension cords are the right size to supply adequate power. Otherwise, tools like grinders may not work properly, increasing the risk. When handling hand and power tools, always use designated handles and never remove safety guards. Use tools exactly as intended by the manufacturer. Before changing blades or wheels, always de-energize the tool by unplugging or removing the battery. This prevents accidental startup while you're handling parts, reducing the chance of injury. Let's talk about machine guarding. Before using any equipment with guards, it's crucial to inspect them to make sure they're intact and safe. Guards act as a physical barrier to protect us from dangerous parts like blades or wheels. Remember, many serious injuries happen when guards are removed or altered, so never tamper with them. Keeping guards in place is one of the simplest but most effective ways to prevent accidents like pinch points or caught in between injuries. Now, focusing on welding safety. Before starting, always visually inspect your welding machine and leads. If anything looks unsafe, the equipment should be taken out of service immediately. Welding involves hazards like arc eye, respiratory damage, burns, and electrical shock. So proper precautions are essential to protect yourself during this high-risk task. Building on that, here's some key welding safety tips. Always wear the right personal protective equipment, including a welding hood, flame-resistant clothing, and gloves. Good ventilation is vital to reduce fumes, so use fans if needed. Check your welding machine and leads for damage before use, and make sure the machine is properly grounded. Also, conduct a hot work hazard assessment to identify risks. These steps help keep the welding process as safe as possible. Understanding fire safety starts with the fire triangle: oxygen, fuel, and heat. All three must be present for a fire to start or continue. Oxygen is nearly impossible to eliminate, so controlling fuel and heat sources are key. Fires are classified by what burns, like ordinary combustibles, flammable liquids, electrical sources, or combustible metals. Knowing these classes helps us to choose the right response and prevention measures. When it comes to fire extinguishers, the class ABC extinguisher is versatile. It can handle fires involving ordinary combustibles, flammable liquids, and electrical fires. It works by smothering the fire and removing the oxygen. But keep in mind, once the extinguisher is empty, oxygen can return and the fire might reignite. Also, the spray time will vary depending on the extinguisher size, so be prepared to act quickly and safely. Using a fire extinguisher correctly can make all the difference. Remember, pass, P-A-S-S. Pull the pin, aim low at the base of the fire, squeeze the handle, and sweep side to side. In an emergency, also follow RACE, R-A-C-E. Rescue anyone in immediate danger, alarm others, contain the fire if possible, and then extinguish or evacuate safely. These steps give you a clear, effective way to respond to fire emergencies. Fire safety also means preparation before hot work. Always assess the area for the fire triangle elements and take the steps to reduce risk, like removing fuel sources or using fire blankets. Keep fuel at least 25 feet away from hot work. Have a class ABC extinguisher nearby, and maintain a fire watch for at least 30 minutes afterward. Proper storage of flammable materials and gas cylinders is also critical to prevent accidents. The Hazard Communication Standard, or HAZCOM, is also known as the Employee's Right to Know Standard. This standard was made to help employees identify the potential effects of products or chemicals on site. By communicating and understanding the different hazards associated with chemicals, the employees can be better protected and also implement the appropriate control measures on site. Speaking of pictograms, there are 9 standard symbols used to identify various hazards, from health risk to flammables and corrosive substances. Safety data sheets and product labels must include these pictograms when applicable. Sometimes a single product can have multiple hazards, so multiple pictograms might be present. Recognizing these symbols helps you to quickly understand what precautions to take. Common hazardous products you might encounter include paints, fuels, oils, and welding fumes. Safety data sheets provide detailed information on how to handle these safely. If you ever need one, just ask your supervisor or essential safety partners. Having access to this information ensures you know how to protect yourself and respond appropriately to any risk associated with these materials. To stay safe with hazardous chemicals, always check the SDS before using any unfamiliar product. Even if you're familiar, quickly glance at the pictograms for a reminder of the risk. If you transfer chemicals to another container, make sure it's labeled with the product name and hazard symbols. Never use drinking containers for this purpose. That's a serious safety hazard. These simple steps help prevent accidents and keep everyone informed. Housekeeping might seem basic, but it's vital for safety. Always keep access and exit points clear of clutter or debris to prevent trips and falls. Good housekeeping isn't just an end of shift task, it should be ongoing throughout the day. Everyone shares this responsibility. Also, when running cords or hoses, plan their placement to minimize trip hazards. A clean, organized work area is a safer work area. Back injuries are the most common workplace injury, and once you have one, you're more likely to get another. Certain body positions increase risk, like heavy lifting, twisting at the waist, or reaching while lifting. Being aware of these risky positions helps us to avoid injury by adjusting how we move and lift. It's about protecting your back so you can keep working safely and comfortably. To reduce back injury risk, start with stretching before lifting. Know your limits, everyone has them, and it's okay to ask for help. Plan your path before you move anything heavy. When lifting, bend at the knees, keep the object close to your body, and lift gradually using your legs, not your back. Use equipment like forklifts whenever possible to avoid manual lifting. These techniques make a big difference in staying injury-free. Mobile equipment requires careful inspection before use. If you find any unsafe condition, remove the equipment from service and notify your supervisor right away. As a pedestrian, always stay alert near mobile equipment and communicate with operators to ensure your safety. Awareness and communication helps to prevent accidents in areas where equipment is moving. Only trained and authorized employees should operate mobile equipment. Operators must always yield to pedestrians and follow manufacturer safety rules, including wearing seatbelts. When visibility is limited, use a spotter who can see the path and guide you safely. Spotters must stay clear of the equipment and maintain good communication. If you lose sight of your spotter, stop moving until you can see them again. This teamwork is essential for safety. Cranes and rigging equipment also demand thorough inspections before use. Operators and riggers must check their equipment and take it out of service if anything is unsafe. Only certified and authorized personnel may operate cranes. They are responsible for ensuring all lifts comply with safety standards and the site's lift plan. This careful oversight prevents accidents during complex lifting operations. When operating mobile equipment, cell phone usage is prohibited. This helps keep your full attention on the task and the surroundings. Our workplace is committed to being free from illegal substances and alcohol. This program aims to keep everyone safe and healthy by preventing substance use on site. Employees may be subject to random or incident-related drug and alcohol testing. Positive tests can lead to discipline, including termination. Medical marijuana is not permitted, and any prescription that could affect safety must be reported. This ensures a safe environment for all. We've reached the end of our safety orientation. If anything was unclear or if you have any questions, please talk to your Central Safety Supervisor. Your understanding is crucial for your safety and the safety of those around you. If you're confident with the material, you can now proceed to the safety orientation exam. Thank you for your attention and commitment to maintaining a safe workplace.